bank robbery starts. I was with M at a roundabout. He kept missing chances to go. You could see he was getting really stressed. Oh no, oh no. I could sense there was something going on underneath, and I could certainly sense his frustration. Now, I could have gone in and addressed the problem directly and said, you need to do this and this, and you're not doing this and this. Instead, I wanted to focus on finding a way for him to discover the solution for himself. The thing was, he just wasn't ready. He was sitting with his foot on the foot brake. His feet were all in the wrong place for a smooth, quick start. So by the time his chance came, he just wasn't ready. And the moment was gone. At the end of the session, I said, so I didn't deal with it then. At the end of his session, I said, how about next week we do some bank robbery starts? He looked at me and he said, you what? I said, yeah, bank robbery starts. He said, I'll do them if you buy us a mask each. So here, and we're on. These are the original, the elastic's gone, it's been so long, but these are the original masks. So we went to a quiet car park the next session, and I explained what our scenario was. I said, right, we're as if you'd just done a bank robbery and you need to get away really fast. I'll have my door open. We took photos, we had a proper laugh, safely and legally. Anyway, we had a proper laugh, had the door open, engine running, and I said, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slam the door and shout, go, go, go. And that moment is when you're going to do a bank robbery start, so you get away really quickly. I said, you ready? He said, yes. I slammed the door and said, go, go, go. And he went, the car stalled. I said, what do you reckon? He said, we've just been nicked. I said, do you want another go? He said, yeah. So we reset, had the doors open, my door open, and I slammed the door and said, go, go, go. And he did it, and he went, and it was much, much quicker, much smoother. After a couple of goes, I said, so what changed? And he said, I've got to be quicker with my feet. He even did it with his hands. I've got to be quicker with my feet. I just need to be there. And that was it. He'd found it. Not because I told him, because the way we usually tell people is be at biting point, hold the handbrake. But it had to be his way, and he'd felt it. Later, I realised what was happening. He didn't like sitting at biting point because he didn't like how it sounded. He didn't like that engine noise. Experienced drivers don't do it. The ones he wanted to be like, they don't sit like that. We don't sit like that. So that's what he wanted. He wanted to be able to drive away at a busy junction like a normal driver. So that was the whole setup and the whole reason for a bank robbery start, because it took away the pressure being in that roundabout, shifted the focus from the problem at the roundabouts to not a problem, but in a car park, imagining we had to get away really quickly. So I provided an imaginary pressure for him to take the gap and go quickly, but in a safe environment to experiment. It freed him to sort his feet out. Worked much better than me telling him. Thanks for listening. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube for more videos. Cheers.